What's today, Coach?
It was focused. We had a day of focused work. Our guys didn't do a lot of rah-rah or any at the day. We know what we have to do. We know the task at hand. We got to be mentally sharp. We got to play clean at the beginning of the game. Good hard work day on a Wednesday, but we're starting to focus.
Phillip was only throwing one incompletion in the second half. Is that, you look at that as kind of a freak deal, or is he get better as the game goes along?
That's the first time I've heard that stat. I think he definitely plays well the majority of the game, but in some of those tight situations, I think he's played pretty good, and our guys have made some plays on the ball at that time.
Coach, are you looking at these two games as kind of to make a statement type of game?
Yeah, every time we take the field, it was to make a statement. So the first game, we talked about removing all doubt. The second game, we just really wanted to go out and show that we belong. This game is just another one. We're trying to continually prove ourselves. We got a chip on our shoulder, of course. It's going to remain there, and we're going to go out and play hard.
From what you've seen from South Carolina offensively, what do you feel like you have to do on defense to kind of combat them a little bit?
First, we got to stop the run. I mean, that's where it all starts. If we don't stop the run, then they're going to hit us with their play action pass and their run action pass. It's going to be really tough for us to get stopped. If we can make them a one-dimensional team having to throw it, it'll be a really, really good day for our defense.
Well, the main thing is, my family's still down there right now, so it'll be great to see my family. But the biggest part for us is, we're going down to handle business. It's a business trip. It'll be fun. There are a lot of kids down there that I recruited and had a chance to coach. I love them. I figured out a long time ago in this business is more than just a game of football. And so I love those kids and look forward to seeing them and hugging some of them and battling against them. They're a good football team, very good football team, great coaching staff. A lot of those guys have done a great job working and becoming better players. And for us, we're just going to prepare our kids the same way we do every week. And, we're going down to play a great team in a great environment, and it'll be fun. We just got to continue to work. We've got to continue to work and get better. I mean, there's a lot of things we can get better at, and the kids understand that. They know that, and we're going to keep working at it daily and then all the way up into game time. And they're playing hard, and they want to learn and want to be better. So it's fun to teach them. It's fun to be around them, and it's fun to compete with them.
Well, the personnel part of it, I do know some. The environment, I do know. But I know this, that it's going to come down to executing and blocking and tackling, and that'll be the important thing. And so if I can tell the players anything, in that league, they feel like they're physical. They can play a power football situation, and we need to understand that, and I think we do.
Coach, Will Muschamp hasn't named a starter yet at quarterback. Do you plan on seeing both quarterbacks on Saturday, and how have you been preparing this week for possibly seeing both quarterbacks?
Well, yes, because both quarterbacks have played in every game up to this point. So, we definitely are preparing for both. We would be remiss not to. And so, whoever it is will be a quality opponent, will be a good quarterback, and so we have to be ready to defend both.
What do you feel the most confident about going into this weekend?
I feel really confident about how our guys have worked this week. We've challenged them, to make sure that they've done everything they possibly can, and we're still working at that because we've got a few more days left to get ready. But I think they've, brought that effort that we're going to need to be able to beat a quality opponent, as well as making sure that, what happened last week was last week. So I feel good about that.
We tackled 86% was our grade. We were 18 of 20. 18 of 20. Okay, that's over 86%. But the problem was the two we missed in the secondary were touchdowns. And it was two guys missing on the same play. Trayvon Simmons for the second week did not grade out a winner as a tackler. And he's coming off shoulder surgery, and you can look at him on that tackle that he missed. He tackled too high, and you can see him actually turn his body to keep from tackling with the bad shoulder. So,
what are some of the things you've been working on this week? I mean, you're going up against a very talented offense in the SEC. What are some of the things you've been keying on this week and getting the guys ready?
The main thing is communication. It's going to be very, very loud there. I've been there many times when I was in the SEC and at Georgia Tech. It's very, very loud. We've got to make sure that we communicate with hand signals and vocally. They're very talented. They got two quarterbacks. One of them's, they're both good athletes. Number 10's probably the better passer, whereas number 11's a young kid, got a great arm. Sometimes he's not accurate, but he's a great athlete and can run. So, with him at quarterback, they're going to sprint out, they're going to bootleg, they're going to quarterback draw, those type of things. Tried to make our kids, aware of who is at quarterback. Is it 10 or is it 11? You're going to get two different offenses depending on who the quarterback is.
All right. How have you kind of adapted to your role as a leader this season?
It's kind of natural now that we're into the season. It's kind of hard during the off season though. Just being more vocal. I'm used to leading more by example, so having to step up and lead more vocally was kind of a big challenge. But other than that, it happened naturally, just with the guys respecting me and just being an older guy and the coaches, leaning on me for a little help in the locker rooms and when we're away from the field. So it's about natural now.
What kind of things have you kind of keyed in on this week leading up to South Carolina?
Discipline, eyes, and man coverage, working on our keys. So in zone, if we're supposed to be reading to a receiver, just make sure that we're disciplined in those areas. Make sure everybody else is around you is disciplined as well. So holding each other accountable and make sure we're disciplined in our defense is big.
And you're going into a hostile environment in South Carolina. I mean, you guys know this, SEC country. And what if it's going to be loud? So what have you kind of worked on this week with your guys and communication-wise?
We make sure we have a signal for everything.
Okay.
And on film, we let film roll a little bit more. So if they're not seeing us giving our signals on film, we have to have a consequence for it. So just make sure we're giving our signals. Make sure that we're looking to our safeties or looking to our linebackers to get those signals. We have tapping off of each other to make sure each other knows each other's responsibility. Just as much as work we can get without the actual noise being here, we're going to get it. So I've just been working on it all week.